Turn Texas blue.
Turn Texas blue.
Turn Texas blue.
Turn Texas blue.
Yes, the GOP should worry about Texas. Are you worried about Texas?
Yes, I am.
We see a shift in some key states that have been battlegrounds for a long time.
Texas is a state that Republicans really have to pay attention to.
In 2020, we expect to see a national movement across the left to target Texas.
There's a new battleground state, Texas.
Texas is the entire ballgame in 2020.
They lost 9 seats in the state house. They lost 2 seats in the state senate. They lost 2 seats in the Congress in 2018.
Texas Democrats salivating at the idea that Texas, of all places, could turn blue.
Ultimately, it's not about red or blue. It's not about political party, right or left, Republican or Democrat. It's about the principles that each party is embracing.
A growing number of candidates are, running as socialists.
We are going to make public colleges and universities tuition free.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
If you could, would you take the wall down now? Here.
Yes.
Like you have a wall.
Absolutely.
Knock it down.
If the left is able to take Texas, they control the electoral map, probably for the rest of our lives. So it's so important that we do our part to work to see those principles survive another generation.
This law effectively bans sanctuary cities in the state of Texas.
My Democrat colleagues don't give a damn about our national security or the migrants coming here, and they prefer to use children as political props.
If the principles our nation were found upon, those principles of liberty, freedom, prosperity, are going to survive another generation, we have to do our part in Texas to defend those. It's like the last stand.
Some colleges are banning free speech on college campuses. Well, no more.
In addition, this agreement prevents our Democratic colleagues from trying to block President Trump from using funds to strengthen border security.
There's no other state that espouses the founding principles of our nation like the state of Texas.
There's no better place to live other than Texas.
The people are what make this place feel like home.
Texas, I think more than any other state, encapsulates the spirit that our nation was founded under.
We work very hard for what we have. I think that's part of being a Texan.
People willing to work, people willing to be a part of their community, people willing to do their due diligence to have a free society.
Texas turning blue would be problematic in terms of some of the social policies and tax policies that they would institute that would take away a lot of what makes Texas strong.
It is so vital that we all recognize that we have a role to play.
Texans are going to have to show up at the polls to keep Texas red because it may not always be that way.
People can have their voices heard by voting, and I always hear people all the time say, well, my vote doesn't matter, my vote doesn't matter. Well, yes, it does.
Our founding principles only work for an involved electorate. It only works for citizens who are actively engaged.
I didn't serve my country for people not to vote. I serve my country for people to go vote.
Our founders gave us a nation that required our participation. It's a nation of the people, by the people, for the people. And so we have to do our part. We always get the government we deserve. And so it's so important that we do our job to make sure we have the nation that we're supposed to have.